Hello all and welcome to another episode of Machine Recreation video with your host Captain JJ back at the helm. If you are new to the channel, please do not forget to subscribe and hit a notification bell to be notified of all my YouTube uploads. Back to the video. We are here now with the King Meteor and also as a bonus interest Queen Meteor because the two machines are basically identical. After doing Space Angler last week, it's now the turn of the Arrows, which is where the Meteors come into play. First off, we're doing number 20, which is King Meteor driven by Super Arrow. And then at the end, we'll be doing number 21, Queen Meteor, which is Mrs.Arrow. First off, we're doing Super Arrow's machine, King Meteor. We've just coloured it in the Mercedes red. And the bottom of the machine has a turquoise layering underneath of the machine. And then a small line just above it. So we're just going to extend this a little bit and then move it up a little bit to make sure it covers the whole of the bottom of the machine. Now the colouring was a little bit of a difficult one. We have to use the default colour. Yeah, there we go, that's fine. Duplicate on the opposite side, that line's done. Now we're just going to get this second line here. And we've got, I said straighten it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch. Yes, give it that huge stretch. And we've got to make sure also it doesn't create too much of a problem. So we just change the angle until it sees fit. We colour that in the same colour as we did before. Duplicate on the opposite side, and there you go. That's the size of the machine now done. We are going to move now swiftly to the front of the machine to change the aero section to match the whatever lines are underneath there. So we're just going to colour this. We're going to put a section on here, and we are going to make sure it stretches out as well. Thank you. Come on, there we go. Now this only covers the aero parts, which is under other for this machine. So we're just going to cover that. Colour that in the turquoise and duplicate on the opposite side just like we did with the lines on the two sides, the left and the right. Just go back to the front slightly and make sure it covers all that section too, because the whole of that section is actually green rather than red, and with a little bit of red underneath. So we're just going to make sure it lines up, colour that in like so, and then duplicate on the opposite side like we did earlier. Now we're just checking over to see if everything's alright. It is alright. No number on the front, so we are going straight onto the right hand side first off. And we are going to just try and figure out exactly where it is. Actually, I'm jumping ahead here. My apologies. I'm going to cover the aero sections in the same turquoise green that we did earlier to make sure it's completely green on all sides. I say all sides, thank you. Make sure it's covered it. Once you're satisfied with it, colour it around, and then do what we did last time, duplicate on the opposite side to duplicate the shape. So with that in mind, those are the green lines now completed. Just checking over the front. So that's where our next protocol will be, once we've done the machine numbers. Actually, that's a white lie. We are moving on to the V shape. This took me a couple of attempts to get right. But essentially what you need to do, essentially what we need to do, where are we going here? We're just trying to find the correct shape for this. I do try a triangular shape. We're just going to turn it around 180 degrees, or you can just invert it on the opposite side. So we're just going to squeeze it out, stretch, big stretch. There we go. Leave it in white. What we're going to do here is now duplicate the layer like so, and then we're going to colour this on in red, and then, well, we're going to move it up slightly. First off, reduce it, Y, narrow it, and then push upwards. Now this took a bit of time to try and get right. It's an upside down up, which is why it takes a little bit longer, and also the colour wasn't quite the matching one, so it's not going to necessarily matter for this one, but it will be changed prior to the machine being released on the Gran Turismo website, which does remind me I have the other machines which I need to do. So with that one in mind, let's move on to the sides. We are now going to do the numbers. The F0 GX numbers have been added on so very kindly, so we're just going to put that in the first. You do the first number, and then we duplicate on the opposite side, move that to the left, duplicate, move to the right, duplicate on the opposite side. Actually, first off, before we do that, we replace the 2 with a 0, like so, and then we duplicate on the opposite side and move that to the right. So we've done both numbers, the 2 zeros are done on either side. So now we are just going to add that little bit extra part because of the little radiator parts which are next to, which are on that side. So it's a 4-piece. So we're just going to put that in, make sure it's close enough to the door, colour that in black. We're also going to duplicate on the opposite side, and there are the sides now done. And one extra little detail is that the King and the Queen Meteor both have a heart shape on them. It does have an arrow, which I'm unable to complete this time round. And also, if I try the red heart, it would just blend in, so we're not going to do that. We'll colour it in a lightish colour, duplicate on the opposite side, and with that in mind, that is the King Meteor completed. Here is a quick preview of the machine in its true form, doing its 360-degree turnaround. So, it's a quick machine, similar design. It's based on the GXX continuity, this machine, as the anime one is basically identical, save for the heart shape. So what we've done here, I will save this machine. We cut a bit more. During the interval, we've also changed the file name to Queen Meteor, create it as a separate machine. Now we're just going to replace the zeros with the ones, like so. I say like so. Thank you very much. And we are also going to invert the triangle shape at the front of the machine, which is under body 2. The Queen Meteor is basically identical, aside from a number change. Oops, hello, that's the wrong way. Aside from a number change, hold on, we will get this right eventually. And the inversion of the with the triangular A, yeah, the R is 180 degrees turnaround. So what we're going to do here is just invert it, move it down, and invert, like so. Move it up slightly. There we go. And now the A is in the correct place. Well, nearly anyway. So now with this machine, we don't need to add anything else to it. We are now going to move on to the colouring. Now this one is going to be a small change of colour, so we're going to go into special colours, find a pink, which in this case is a rough. That one, yeah, then we choose the right. Then we choose that pink, and there we go. That is the Queen Meteor. Well, nearly done because we need to do the wheels first off. Select the same colour as you did for the body, and there we go. There you go, and that is the Queen Meteor now complete. If you did enjoy this video, please do consider leaving a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell while you do that as well. And leave a comment in the comment section below, share the video out as well. This is a weekly series. Next week will be Twin Narita. The editing process will be done a little bit sooner though, simply because I'm out all over the weekend due to me running the stream for Team Regen's Invasion. Anyway, that's enough from me. The daily videos will continue, and it will be Gran Turismo daily races tomorrow. So I hope you join me there for the stream, and until then, it's goodbye from me.